welcome to the vlog. I wanted to try to do a little voiceover over this one this time and just kind of see how it goes. So, I thank you for joining me. Good morning, guys. I hope you're all doing well during the continuation of this year, 2020. Yeah, we all know how we feel about 2020. We all feel the same way. But I am wanting to update you guys on what I have going on right now and what I've been up to. So, I've been working on my How I Want to Go painting. That's the title. It's called How I Want to Go. I know, super dark, but I really love this painting. Despite the dark title, I think that the painting itself is beautiful and very almost cheerful in a way. Like, I think so. I think it's got this calming effect going on, but I wanted to show you guys an update on how that painting is going and just kind of my process. I also wanted to show you me just kind of mixing the colors because I really like seeing other artists show that. I like when other artists show them mixing their colors, mixing their paints. It is just so, I don't even know, it's satisfying, I guess. Showing the paint palette, showing the colors, showing up close video of those things. So anyway, I recently actually finished a few pieces and I'm going to show you those right now. I recently finished Contemplation, which I'm really excited about. I really love how this one turned out, but I definitely want to push myself more to paint more people of color, to paint other types of skin tones than what I'm normally painting, because I've noticed that I just kind of narrowed my focus very, very narrowly, and I don't like that. I want to branch out more. I want to get out of my comfort zone with skin tone more. I have a lot to learn with other skin tones, and not even just other skin tones, but like other lighting scenarios. I noticed that I kind of tend to gravitate toward only a couple different lighting scenarios, which can be very limiting. But I also worked on this piece. I forget the title off the top of my head right now, actually, so I'll just have to put that on this screen right here. But this piece, I really enjoyed doing. I used references for this piece, but I left a little bit of it to the imagination, so this piece is kind of a combination of imagination and reference. And I love to use references. I use references in pretty much every piece I do. Actually, every piece I do now. And it's improved my work, like, I don't even know how much. Like, a lot. So I definitely recommend using references all the time. It's just with this piece, I kind of wanted to do a mix of looking at references as I'm painting versus other parts of the piece just kind of coming from my own imagination. And you can probably tell. It's sort of an experimental piece. It's sort of, I'm trying to push myself in a certain direction. I want to branch off into different directions with my art, and this is one of those directions, so I hope that makes sense. Also, I recently created an art block video, and I created a burnout video. These are two separate videos. By the time this vlog comes out, you should be able to watch both of those, or at least one of those. I'm not sure when this vlog is going to come out, so I have no idea, because I think I actually need to make another, I think I need to edit some other footage to make a vlog that actually comes before the one that you're watching right now, so I'm really confused with my schedule. So anyway, by the time you are watching this vlog, the art block video and the burnout video are probably already out, and I highly recommend you watch those. I think they could help you guys a lot if you are suffering from either one. Also, since I'm bringing up that art block video, I wanted to touch on a little bit of that in this video. I'm not going to go over really the step-by-step process because that's what the other video is for. But since the other video was a speed paint and didn't really show you anything else, in this video right now I want to show you my mood boards that I always talk about so much. And I'm even going to show you some footage. I'm going to try to show you some footage of me taking screenshots from Pinterest, taking screenshots, or not screenshots, but downloading photos from Pexels, whatever the case may be. I want to show you footage of that. I want to show you footage of me saving these to my phone into collages. that I call mood boards, because I feel like telling you about this stuff in the other video was great and all, but actually showing you what I'm even talking about, I think is so much more helpful. So basically, what I like to do is I like to save all these images that I like to my phone, so that I always have a backlog of mood boards, a backlog of inspirational images, and a backlog of reference images. Now, when I say reference images, these could be photos that I take, photos my husband takes, or in a lot of cases, for models, that is, photos from free stock websites like Pexels or Unsplash, or models from Crocus Cafe, which I think they recently changed their name. No matter what the case is, I'm going to try to leave you guys links to all these things. Crocus Cafe is not safe for work. It's nude models for your art, for your anatomy art, for basically getting a grasp on the human body and how light interacts with the human body. So that's the focus of Crocus Cafe. Pexels is more like just general stock photos, pretty much all kinds of categories on there, from fashion to still life, to stock photos you would see on like a magazine's website, just stuff like that. And then Unsplash is very similar, but Unsplash might be a little bit more on the artsy side. Anyhow, those are just some of the things that I do and that I keep on my phone so that I can use them to create art. Anyway, but if you want to know more, watch that video. Highly recommend it. Also, I have been working on the garden a little bit here and there. There's always something to do with the garden, even though I have kind of been on a hiatus from the garden stuff for a while. I tend to let my neighbor across the street that I thought moved away but didn't leave is actually dancing right now a jig on her front porch. And yeah, like full on, full out dancing a jig by herself on her front porch. It's strange, but anyway, moving on. If you watch my Twitch streams, you know what that's about, kinda. Anyway, so I got distracted, but lately I've been getting back to the garden stuff. We recently transplanted some plants around the garden from pots because I want to make sure that they survive the winter, or I'm at least trying to make them survive the winter. It's a couple of verbena plants and then 3 lavender plants, because I have a feeling that if I left them in the pot or the basket, they would just die. The verbena wasn't looking very good, and the lavender was looking really bad too, so I was like, I better get these in the ground before winter comes. So we put those on the ground. But this fall, I actually have a ton of stuff to do in the garden. I'm nervous, like I'm excited, but it's also going to be a heckin' lot of work. You write that term down, a heckin' lot of work to rearrange. Sorry, she's still fucking dancing. I can't believe this. This is like, she did this earlier today, but I just thought it was like a one-time thing this morning. But she's doing it again for quite a while. Anyway, I plan to plant some privacy screening type plants, and I think you probably know why from what I'm talking about in this video right now. Specifically for the front left corner of my yard, and when I say front left, I mean my left if I'm looking out my window toward the front yard. So yeah, there's a reason for that. I really want to make the garden kind of like a secret garden, very private, very enclosed, I want to feel, when I go out in my front garden, since I don't really have a back garden, I don't really have much room in my backyard at all, so it's a shit show back there. But anyway, since I don't have that, I treat my front yard as my oasis, and so if I really want it to be an oasis that's private, especially with the way that a certain neighbor is, I'm gonna have to plant privacy hedges. So my plan is to put in some arborvitaes, some wax myrtles, some hydrangeas, just really pretty plants like that to create a very thick hedge of plants to give us some privacy. I think I also want to do like black elderberry and viburnums. Like I want to try to do as many native plants as possible, and a lot of those are native plants. But I'm probably going to mix in some non-native plants as well, here and there, but that's the plan. But the thing that's so overwhelming about that is that means I have to dig out. Derek and I have to actually move plants around because there's already plants there that we've planted. And we should have thought about this ahead of time, but we didn't. We thought the plants that we put there were going to get tall enough, but they didn't. So we're having to like rearrange everything, which means a ton of digging plants up, a ton of moving things around. Something I haven't really done in the garden yet because I'm still a garden noob. And I mean, we're talking about shrubs. I'm going to have to be digging up shrubs and trees, and it makes me nervous. Now, they're small. They're small. It's not like they're really tall. They're not taller than me or anything. But it's still going to be interesting. And in their place, we're going to put these, we want to buy at least 3, maybe more, like really big arborvitaes. Like, I already want them to be at least as tall as me because I want some privacy ASAP. And I want some evergreens. I only have like a couple evergreens in my garden. So in the wintertime, my garden's mostly dead. My garden's mostly gone. And I don't mean literally dead. Like, perennials, they're not dead down there. They're dormant, right? But you don't see them at all. So they might, to you, they look dead because they're gone. And they have to come back from the ground, right? I want more plants that, like, have structure all year long, which would be evergreens and some like deciduous shrubs and trees. Like, deciduous shrubs and trees, they lose their leaves, but at least you have some branches. So there's that. So I want more structural things. I just don't have a lot of that. I don't really have hardly any shrubs. I don't have hardly any trees, but that's changing. I've been adding shrubs and trees the past year or two, so it's getting better. But anyway, I've spent way too long on the garden section of this vlog. And then I wanted to show you guys Luna and Sammy. They're just so adorable. They have been so cute lately. They fight like crazy sometimes. Like, their fights can get out of hand, but look how cute they're being. Like, they're so adorable when they fall asleep, and like, sometimes they give each other baths. Oh my gosh, it's the cutest thing ever. But, yeah, we've been enjoying them lately, and I had so much fun letting them in the bedroom and my closet with me while I was cleaning, because normally I can't really let them in there very much because they get into everything, and it was such a mess. But now that it's clean, it's not such a big deal anymore. So that's great. And then let's address the elephant in the room. The mess that is my art studio. My art studio right now is insanely messy. Just full on, full out a mess. You can tell that I've had work to do. You can tell I've had commissions to work on. And you can tell that I had an event, or I guess I should say a venue to hang my art in, because a lot of my art's missing now off the walls. And it's just like, wow, girl, you might want to clean the studio and reorganize a bit. So I think I'll be doing that. Sorry, just looking out my window again. So yeah, the studio is a mess. And you can see that right here. It's just like, oh my gosh, what even? And then the last thing I wanted to talk about in this vlog is just like, last night I found out about RBG, and it's so sad that she's gone. Okay, so I did, there were a few tears. I wasn't like wailing and, I wasn't wailing and crying like, verbally, but there were tears coming out of my eyes when I found out, and I was really upset by it, and it was sad. And I did a little stream about her. It started out about her, and then later on in the stream I just started rambling like I usually do, but I started an artwork of her, and I'm hoping to get to a place where I can decide if the sketch will become a digital painting or a traditional painting, because I have not decided yet, but I do want to do a piece just to remember her by, and just all the accomplishments she's done. I was watching videos about her, and I knew she was awesome. I knew she was a feminist icon, but I had no idea the full extent to all the things that she did for us as a country. And anyway, I guess that's the last thing I want to talk about. So I guess enjoy the rest of the footage. whatever that may be. I don't know. I don't know if I have any other footage, so I'm just gonna kind of leave that there. Guys, thank you so much for watching this vlog and for hanging out with me for a bit, and I guess I will see you guys next time. There's a car going by. Anyway, I hope you stay safe, stay healthy, stay sane, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.